Okay, copy. Ooh, it's close. Yeah, Mark, we've been focused on this intersection here at Alameda and Main. This is the next kind of barricade that has been set up by individuals that appear to just kind of continue to be setting up a few of these barricades as LAPD continues to push the crowd more and more north. So this is just the latest one, as I see a few people kind of making a run for it there, but we've been focused on this gas station at the top of your screen because that's the reason why there's been a crowd around there is just because that's there was such a big crowd that was pushed further north, and I'm trying to monitor a few different things here to see why people are running. But the crowd had been further to the south on Main Street, south of Cesar Chavez Avenue, that intersection you're seeing right there, and LAPD continued to push that crowd further north. So now you're just seeing the crowd just kind of scatter in a lot of different directions. So a couple people went to the gas station. We didn't see any signs of looting or anything like that in that particular store right there. So that's definitely some good news. But the concern obviously is individuals that continue to make barricades such as this one there on the right side of your screen that's been, as you said, fortified with a couple of dumpsters and a wrought iron fence. We've seen an item set on fire there next to that fence, but it appears that fire may be out as of right now. So LAPD is trying to avoid situations like this, but they're also taking into account all of the resources that they are pouring into the area, and they have been pouring into the area, and they're trying to figure out a way to balance those resources. So they are not at this time making a push further north to knock down that barricade as they had been with previous barricades. They're just kind of holding the scene as it stands right now, maybe to have a little bit of a respite, have a little bit of a calm, regroup, and then figure out the next move. You see the Night Sun from the LAPD helicopter that is over the scene here. We've seen the Super Puma Rescue 5 helicopter. That's the big LA County Sheriff's helicopter here at the scene as well. They've been helping law enforcement keep an eye on things. That parking, that pay-to-park structure at the center of your screen was set on fire earlier, but LAPD actually moved in with a fire extinguisher, and they were able to put that fire out. We were talking about an individual, possibly with a flamethrower, that set fire to a couple of trees there on Main Street, just south of Cesar Chavez. We did see an individual that LAPD believes to be the individual with that flamethrower taken into custody. So that person has been arrested at this time. And LAPD is going to figure out what to charge that person with, obviously for having a flamethrower and using it on city streets. That will be very serious charges. And you can see here that's Main Street and Cesar Chavez, and that's where a large contingent of LAPD is staging at this time while they figure out their next move. I want to ask Rob to widen out the shot. Let's look to the south of City Hall, because that's where another group of protesters was located about 30 minutes ago, and we haven't been able to see them for a few minutes now because we've been focused on the group to the north, and there was about 500 people down there to the south. It appears that that crowd may have more or less dispersed at this time and maybe gone their separate ways on Spring and First Street, as you can see right there. So LAPD kind of breathing a sigh of relief as far as the south side of their the area that they're kind of watching right now. But you still have a multi-block area of downtown LA in and around City Hall, I should say, that LAPD is keeping an eye on. You have that scene at the center of your screen, which may become a crime scene, more or less, the lanes of the southbound 101 freeway, where people were throwing pieces of concrete and bicycles and bird scooters and signs from that Los Angeles Street overpass onto the street below. You see all of that debris there. You see a number of those highway patrol cars, and I think, yeah, those are all highway patrol cars down there. You see that they're parked under the overpass, and that's because the ones that weren't parked under the overpass were heavily damaged by items thrown by people on the bridge. And LAPD, the reason why they moved north to begin with was they had to clear that bridge to prevent further damage to those patrol cars down below. You see one of them on a flatbed tow truck. That is the car that was pretty much set on fire earlier, but CHP officers were able to get in there with a fire extinguisher and put out the majority of the fire before it was completely destroyed. But that's going to be a vehicle that's probably going to be a total loss. And you see all that debris there in lanes. That's going to take a while to clean up, and as I said, probably a little bit of a investigation to figure out you know, what charges to file against the people who threw a piece of concrete down there onto the freeway. Those are the southbound lanes of the 101 as you approach the 5 freeway. So still a few prongs of action here that LAPD is keeping an eye on, but it appears, at least for the past 20 or 25 minutes, that we're entering a little bit of a moment of calm while LAPD kind of regroups and figure out what their next move is going to be. Yeah. Who is? Oh. Whoa. I don't see anybody to our left. Nobody on ADSB at least. It's just looks like 5 to your right, 4 on our nose. Yeah. I remember that. Okay, 10-4. Yeah. Well, it's that and the other. Go back to the fire for a second. Down. You don't have to fly down there, but just. It's like we got just a. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like just the. You got that little view. Left, 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 right there. Yeah, just the perfect little view there. What? They got that bonfire on Spring and First, just for your information. Well, it looks like a cylinder of some kind and some metal pallets. They appear to have been piled up here at the intersection of Spring and First Street. And the LAPD is nearby, but they're not too close. They're kind of uh, letting this be for now. Their efforts are still focused on the situation on the north side, and I'm looking up north of Cesar Chavez and Main Street, and I see another little fire burning there earlier where we were watching those individuals that set up that blockade. And you can kind of see as we pan over from south of City Hall, as we continue panning to the left, Rob, a little further down to the north of where that gas station is, you can see there this new, not a new fire, but it is definitely a fire that has been coaxed accordingly, and it looks like there's a lot of cardboard in that dumpster, and individuals have set that dumpster ablaze. So you now have two bonfires, if you will, illegal bonfires burning in streets here in downtown LA. And LAPD at this point has taken this time to regroup their forces and figure out which one they want to tackle at this time. But you have an individual with drums there, you have this dumpster ablaze, you have another little cylinder there on the ground also ablaze, and as these fires continue, LAPD is going to have to decide which one to tackle, because at least at this time, they don't have the resources in place to take one or the other, unless they really coordinate that and really focus on sending a skirmish line to the north and sending another skirmish line to the south. You're going to have these two separate kind of hot spots, these literal hot spots burning, this one on Main and Alameda, and the other one near the intersection of First and Spring Street. So still tensions rising high as individuals continue to set fires here in the downtown area. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Follow him. Making a right turn. Oh my gosh. Olvera Street, Olvera Street. Yeah. He stopped. Yeah, Mark, I don't know if you could hear me. LAPD is aware of this individual, but I'm not sure if they really know what to do. Well, I was going to say he appeared to be trapped in that area with those blockades, and now he's flying down Main Street back to where that blockade is at an extremely high rate of speed, slamming on the brakes now. This is Cesar Chavez and Main Street, and there's so many people just out walking around right now. I don't know if he's going to slow down before he gets to this barricade. You see some people running. We're a little bit blocked right now because we can't see what's going on the other side of that building. So I'm not sure if this guy in the vehicle stopped or if he continued on. Zoom back in, left, Rob. I think that's him right there. Yeah. Okay. Not him. So we just kind of saw this out of the corner of our eye, and I'm not sure if this guy is agitated by the protesters or was with the protesters, but then we saw him doing these backwards donuts, and then other individuals started throwing rocks at this vehicle as he continued doing those donuts at high speeds. Now you see a crowd racing to the east, looks like maybe to the west. There he is now, continuing to drive extremely erratically. I'm really worried that this person is going to drive so fast that he's going to run somebody over because there's just so many pedestrians running around, so many people with their phones out. This guy's already hit multiple things. You see the bumper damage almost hitting that vehicle head on, and people are continuing to throw rocks at him. This is Alameda and Cesar Chavez. I think that guy was trying to go up to the driver's door. More people throwing things at this vehicle. Again, we don't know the connection this vehicle has to this protest, if any, if he was just in the area and got upset, or if somebody may have hit the vehicle and that sparked him. But this appears to be an individual that is upset, is unstable, and is now driving at a high rate of speed around the Chinatown area and Olvera Street. We're going to continue to keep an eye on this one. He's out. Reversing now. Oh no! Oh no! I thought he was going to hit the motorcycle. Yeah, yeah. This person is clearly upset and just driving erratically, not in any sort of mental state. That's going to be a part of Union Station, and I'm not sure if we're able to get Air 7 on the other side of that, but we may. Okay, that's the vehicle right there, continuing in and around. Yep. This may be an enclosed area. This may be some kind of a... Oh, those are the railroad tracks. Newscopter here. Yeah. Yeah, that's the tracks. Bigness and Botchet. Bigness and Botchet. Boucher. You could put the... looking. Vignes and Cesar Chavez, eastbound. All right, I got newscopter behind us. Yeah, Mark, this is Cesar Chavez. He appears to be northbound on Cesar Chavez on Gallardo Street. And, you know, we've seen situations to almost purposefully hit other drivers, and that's the really scary part here. We are actually switching out helicopters, so you're going to see my picture in the helicopter that I'm in get a little further away, and we have our other Air 7 on the scene as well, trying to locate this vehicle, but it is definitely a scary situation for anybody that's in the downtown area right now.